Well, hello, and welcome to Preparing to Survive and Thrive Homesteading channel. So what are we working on today? Well, let's find out. We have a jackfruit here. That's what it looks like. And this is what the skin looks like. Now, this is only like maybe a quarter of a jackfruit. These things are normally about 16 pounds. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to slice one of these up. Just hang with me. I need to adjust the camera again. All right, so let's work on this. Believe it or not, I've got a bowl for the trash and a bowl for the jackfruit. We're going to end up with more trash than we will jackfruit. So I'm just going to, people do this different ways. And I know if you're a pro at cutting up jackfruit, I am sorry to insult you, but I am not. There are some people that literally will, when it's bigger pieces, they'll cut it sideways and literally take the whole thing apart, like just spin it out. But I haven't been able to find a whole jackfruit at a place that I buy these, which is actually, it's a place called H Mart near Frederick, Maryland, which is several hours away from us. So I'm just cutting the core out here. Now, like I said, I know this is not the best way to do it, but I'm attempting it. And then I'll just literally start cutting some of this rind off of it. This is all very, very interesting. As I start to pull this, I gave myself a little bit of a hand grip. I'm starting to pull this off the center spot, and this is what you're ending up with. I did a video on frying this up. I thought the taste was amazing. And I'm going to pull out what a whole piece of jackfruit looks like here. Okay, so these aren't the actual fruit, but believe it or not, they're not too bad. They kind of taste good. I do eat some of them. And they've got a little bit of a sweet taste. I don't know why they're not considered fruit, so on and so forth, but this is what a whole piece of jackfruit looks like. Okay, I normally will cut mine in half. And I will pull out the seed. This is the seed. Apparently you can roast these. The guy that does Retired at 40 actually has a video on, I think, freeze drying these seeds. I have not done it yet, but I might. Maybe I need another bowl for the seeds. This is what you got. This is what it will look like when it goes in the freeze dryer. I'm not going to stand here and make you watch this whole time of me shucking this thing, is for a better word. But that's how we did it. And I will just continuously do that. I have some of this that's already cut up in the fridge, so I'll be using that also on the freeze dryer. So. Okay, as you can see, I got more trash than I do the actual fruit, but I have another bowl of jackfruit in the fridge that I'm going to use also. One little thing, and this happened on some of my other ones, these are starting to grow. Kind of like when you see a pepper starting to grow in the shells. I ended up with 3 of them here. I'm going to get these in some dirt and see what we can do. The last ones I cut up, I got a whole bunch of them, but I don't know how viable they're going to be because I didn't get them in dirt very soon, and they're actually still sitting in paper towels. So I'm going to let these guys sit. I'm going to wrap them in paper towels, but they are going in the dirt real soon. I'll be back as soon as I get this mess cleaned up and get set up for the freeze-dried trays. I have my 4 trays set up. I'm just going to start with this one. I am using the silicone mats this time just to add a little easier to get them off. They don't really harm the trays, but why not? I have them, so why not use them? So I'm going to just start stacking these, and what I have noticed is that I need to cut them up in smaller pieces, because as I was standing here tearing it apart, I remembered that it took a very long time for them to dry because they are very dense. It's not that they're that juicy, they're just that dense. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting them on the trays. Just be like this. Okay, so I've got my 4 trays done. Oops. Okay, a little extra for me, so I'm going to enjoy these. They are amazing. I love them, I love them, I love them. I've got my 4 trays. I'm going to take them down, put them in the freeze dryer, but before, let's see what, I got to be famous for my taste test. I got to be famous for something, right? So I'm going to do a taste test on a piece of ripe, non-freeze dried jackfruit. I love jackfruit, but this is not as ripe as it could be. So maybe these were a little out of season when they were picked, or picked way, way too green, but I still like them, and they'll taste very good when they come out freeze dried. Okay? Oh. Well, let's get these down to the freeze dryer, and we'll be back. Alrighty, well, I've got my jackfruit here in the freeze dryer, and it says close my drain valve and hit continue. So I thought I'd bring that down to you so you can see it, and it's freezing. I'm going to recheck my drain valve, and we'll be back. Well, let's see if these guys are done. It's been going on for a little over 24.5 hours. So let's take a look. Well, I turned off the freeze dryer and opened up the drain valve so it would release. So, these are definitely crispy. I'm trying to hand hold this, sorry. But okay, let me go through and check these trays, and I will bring you upstairs if they're done. All right, so they are dry. Let's hear them crisp. Hear that snap? They are amazing. Yeah, I'm eating them right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these, each tray, maybe 2 trays in a bag. I'll have to decide as I start putting them in, but here we go. Well, I ended up with 2 nice size. They're kind of like 5x7 bags, and they are the Ziploc baggies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut them up real fast like this until I get my oxygen absorbers out. And I did save a few pieces for me. Just to, you know, do a taste test because, yeah, I'm famous for those taste tests. Now these oxygen absorbers I keep in a vacuum sealed bag. I'm just going to pull out 2. Close this down. Actually get ready to vacuum seal this guy shut again, because I don't want to absorb a bunch of oxygen in a bag that's full of oxygen absorbers. Right, here's the taste test. I saved myself like 4. I'm going to do another crisp test for you. They are very, very light, very airy, and they're crispy. They kind of have a banana flavor to them, but they're even a little sweeter than just the bananas that you freeze dry. And these, when I'm talking about a banana flavor, I'm not talking about an overripe banana, a banana that is perfectly ripe, at least what I consider perfectly ripe. So, and as with all freeze-dried food, make sure you have some water while you're eating them, because I do need it. So, here you go. We've got 2 of these nice sized bags. I'm going to label them. I'm going to put away in my stores. So, and I say so a lot, I know. But if you like my content, please like, share, and subscribe. And keep watching. I'll be seeing you soon. Charlie B signing out.